Part 2.
All right.
So,
Steven, what is your first pick of part 2?
Yes. So, if you listen to our part 1, of course, you know this was kind of a meh week, right? Meh episode. This is probably the mehest part 2 we've ever had.
Yeah.
But we do discuss some songs. So, the first song that I want to talk about here is by a very famous group.
A boy group?
A boy group. I wanted to hit up that boy group. Their name is BTS, or the Bulletproof Boy Scouts, with their epilogue song, Young Forever.
복잡해진 마음 숨을 내쉰다 오늘 뭐 실수는 없었어 나 관객들의 표정은 어땠던가 그래도 행복해 난 이런 내가 됐어 누군가 소리 지르게 만들 수가 있었어 작아지지 않은 영웅들을 품에 안고 아직도 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 흔한 공허함에 난 겁을 내 복잡한 감정 속에서 삶의 사선 위에서 근실이 난 더 무딘 척을 해 처음도 아닌데 익숙해질 법한데 숨기려 해도 그게 안돼 텅 빈 무대가 식어갈 때쯤 빈객석을 뒤로 하네 지금 날 위로하네 완벽한 세상은 없다고 자신에게 말해 난 점점 날 비워가네 언제까지 내 거일 순 없어 큰 박수 갈채가 이런 내게 말을 해 뻔뻔히 네 목소리를 높여 더 멀리 영원한 관객은 없대도 난 노래할 거야 오늘의 나로 영원하고파 영원히 소년이고 싶어 나 Forever we are young 내리는 꽃잎이 사이로 헤매어 달린 내 mirror Forever we are young 누구도 다치고 아파도 끝없이 달린 내 꿈을 향해
Now, BTS is releasing, I guess, like they released a mini album, they released another mini album, like part 1 and part 2, and now this album is them together.
Combining them, yeah.
So they bust out this epilogue, and it really does sound like an epilogue.
Yeah, it like for the first 30 seconds of the song is just like nothing.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a full song.
Yeah,
right?
I don't think it was meant to be a full song.
Right.
Yeah. We should point that out.
Yeah. So, you know, we both really enjoyed, of course, Joro mentioned in part 1, Enjoy, I Need You.
Yeah.
Run, we enjoyed a little bit less, but we still enjoyed it.
But BTS, on a whole, they're trending upwards. In the Josh and Steven scale.
In our scale, yeah. Also in the Korea scale.
Yeah, they're getting very, very popular.
I asked my students, you know, this is middle schoolers, right? Mm-hmm. But I asked my middle schoolers every year, I do a little survey to make one of my games, you know, what's your favorite boy group? And last year, EXO won by an insane margin, you know, like 150 students, EXO, and number 2 is was BTS at like 40, right?
Yeah.
But this year, BTS actually won with like 105, and EXO was second with like 97. So like BTS is really, really trending upwards. You know, as EXO has trend downwards with people leaving and blah 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 blah.
And all the controversies they've had and such.
But this song or epilogue, like I once the chorus starts, like the chorus and finish, I really did enjoy that song.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It does take some time to build up, but when they start singing, there's some kind of like, I would only have to describe it as in like, it's very emotional. It's very emotionally charged like way of singing, because it doesn't sound like studio perfect kind of singing. It really sounds like there's some sort of like emotion to the words that he's singing. Because if you read the lyrics, if you know Korean or whatever, or you know, go to a translation site, this song is like their song about how they're happy that they've come this far, but like besides being BTS, they don't really have anything, right? And hearing that and the way they're singing it really kind of hits me in a spot that's like, wow, you know, this really feels like a very personal song.
Yeah, yeah. And I even think there's a lot of emotion in Rap Monster's rapping part too. It wasn't like that great of a song, but I've definitely felt the rapping part. I was very emotional. But I did really enjoy the chorus part. And of course, this is like the epic trilogy or whatever end closer to the music video storyline that has plagued our minds for a year and a half, whatever.
But we didn't really get
still didn't get it.
anything.
But I'm sure I did recognize a lot of the scenes, right? I remember very clearly we were very confused on whether or not people died or not, or what happened. And I think they're in heaven because there are all these flashbacks to like when they were partying.
But there's like this chain link wall maze they have to go through still. That it's like...
But they didn't even get that maze though, because they ran out of there pretty damn quick.
Yeah. If BTS does something... It's run. And in slow motion.
They're so... I know this is part of a series, right? So they have like a set theme, I guess. But they're so fucking good at just running and looking like they're having the time of their life. Just running in slow motion and like, hey! That's BTS.
That's BTS for you.
You know, when you bulletproof Boy Scouts, you go hard, you know?
Yeah.
Next song, Josh.
All right, so the song that I'm going to talk about is by a group called Goofy. With the song Old Song.
아, 이거 옛날 노래. Hey yo, 오늘은 듣고 싶어 옛날 노래들. 난 찾고 싶어 옛날 사람들. 내 옛날 노래들. Yeah, 내 옛날 추억들. My favorite song. 문득 잠에서 깨어나 목마름에 물 한 모금 어젯밤 숙취 때문에 거의 난 초죽음 상태로 무심코 틀었던 radio 때마침 흘러나오는 유행이 지난 옛날 노래들 누가 또 듣고 있을까 지금 시간이 다 잠든 새벽 3시 반 도무지 아무도 모를 것 같은 낯설음 속에 또 익숙함 갑자기 떠오르는 옛사람 옛날 노래들이 옛날 사람들이 너무도 그리워지는 너보다 그리워 늘 따라와 요즘 노래들도 요즘 사람들도 추억들로 남겠지 다시 생각나겠지 내가 즐겨 부르는 노래 다 옛날 노래 My favorite song 다 옛날 노래들 Back to the old school 내가 즐겨 듣는 노래는 이 노래
Goofy and a lot of other people like YDG, Minhyuk, Myung. So YDG is a rapper. You might recognize his voice. I think he did a song with Jeonghwa from
CN Blue.
Jeonghwa or Jeonghwa, I can't remember his name. But he's the leader of CN Blue. And this group is really, really old. Really old. Like really old. They debuted 96. So it's 10 years since their debut. And the song is all about how the favorite songs are the older songs. And they're grown up now, and then like people are calling them like ajashis, and like they can't understand the trends of these days. And it's a little bit kind of like self-deprecating, but it's like...
But like in a fun way.
Yeah, but it's also very nostalgic, and the song itself does have a very old school sound.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, I think they did a really good job of making it at least semi-modern. It's not like Babylon baby making modern, right? But like, I've definitely heard like...
something that's
like we just heard
dated.
that DEF CON song.
Oh my God.
And we were like, this song sounds fucking dated. Right? Or sometimes like I'll hear like a Shinhwa song and I'll be like, man, this sounds kind of old.
Really old stuff.
Which is fine. I mean, they're older, but I thought they did an okay job of like sort of modernizing.
And I think that is due to like this kind of like, they have this bass that goes throughout the song that's really, really, really good. And I think that kind of bass really moderns it up a little bit for me. And the song, I think, is just kind of like a feel-good song for me. It's just a kind of a throwback, and these old dogs are just kind of sitting around at a table, drinking some beers and reminiscing about the old days. Yeah. And this song kind of just is a summation of that.
Yeah. And YDG is also pretty old, so even in his, I think he's like I'm 40, and I think they match pretty well. I would have thought this was more like a me kind of song, but Josh was the one that picked it. Who would have thought? Yeah. And I picked Babylon,
which you would have thought I would have.
Haha, we fucked with you. But
you played yourself.
Yeah. But you know who didn't play anything for us? Y'all. I don't know where that went. Normally this is where we read iTunes reviews, but we just haven't gotten any iTunes reviews since last episode. Yeah. Of course, if you can't support us through Patreon or PayPal, you can leave us an iTunes review. It's free. It doesn't do anything, or it doesn't cost you anything. Sorry, but it does a lot for us to get reviews. It keeps us current, or if anybody else wants to check it out, they want to see a current review. They don't want to see one from 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Yeah. So if you use iTunes, you should leave us a review. Yeah. We did just the Google Play Music Store just launched podcast about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, and I did upload our podcast to that. So if you're an Android user, you can get all our podcasts via the Google Play Music Store. Yeah. Now you don't have to go through a third-party application anymore. So you can, I know there's some listeners that listen to us while they're driving on YouTube or whatever. You can download the audio version. You don't need to waste all your bandwidth on the video.
Yeah, you don't need to see our faces.
Yeah. And we also, we mentioned in part 1, we have these center chingus, these people that donated $25 or more. So I asked one of them, what her favorite song of the episode was, because I thought it'd be a good way to kind of, audience spotlight interaction, some spotlight. And so, Josh, why don't you?
So our center chingu, M Baby Blue, says her favorite song of this episode is Barry Good's Angel. Barry Good with Angel. And so Steven and I, we've listened to the song, and it's not bad, but it's not good. And I feel like I don't really have too much to say about it.
Yeah, I wanted to get her thoughts a little bit more, but we were kind of in a rush, so I don't think I got back to her with enough time before we recorded. But I know that she was kind of deciding between Cheer Up and Barry Good's Angel. But she's not the only one that liked this Barry Good song.
A lot of people recommended it to us on Slack.
Yeah. But, if you really like kind of the innocent, cutesy girl kind of pop song, I think
this is that.
You would like Barry Good's Angel. But you know what you're getting when the name is Barry Good.
And the title of the song is called Angel.
Yeah. And you get some angels. But you know what else
you can get?
That's very good. Audiobooks. Of course, again, if you don't have any money, you can also support us by signing up for a free trial at audibletrial.com/TWIK, where you can get a free audiobook from over 180,000 titles. It's about 2 a.m. right now.
Really grinding it.
But before I fall asleep tonight, I'm going to read a book. Okay? Maybe. I got a new iPad, so I was the first thing I did was I put some comic books on there, put some books on there. I really want to read books again. But I might just get some audiobooks too, because reading's hard. And it fucks up, when you're trying to sleep. You're not supposed to look at shit with your eyes.
Yeah, maybe you read before you sleep. Yeah. You don't need that stimulation. Maybe listen to something before you sleep.
Yeah. I did used to do that. Me and my sister, I'm sure I mentioned this before, but me and my sister, a long time ago, we would listen to the Harry Potter audiobooks for the 90th time, because they were just so good.
Yeah.
They were just so good. They're like little movies you don't have to watch, They're like books you don't have to read.
Yeah.
They're like books. All right. Yeah. Well, anyways, we've said that ad a million times.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Moving on to my second song in this part 2. And I cannot believe I picked this.
believe also. But
it is by. Not only is this an OST song,
yeah,
okay, which we normally, I don't think in the history of this podcast for 3+ years, I don't think I've ever picked an OST song. And not only is this an OST song, it's an OST song to a drama I didn't watch. I didn't even watch this drama. No. So it's not like tied, emotionally to me in any way.
And what's crazier, this artist.
Yeah.
Who is he?
His name is Gary from the Running Mans and from the Lee Sangs, featuring a girl named Miwoo with their song Tantara.
Yeah, 모두 아니라고 했던 길 난 아직 걸어가 그래다 받아들여 맘은 열어놨으니 힘든 건 어디 하루 이틀 일도 아니니까 괜찮아 100번 하면 정말 괜찮아 방법이 없어 벗어날 방법은 그저 반복하는 것뿐 하나 따라 마바사자 차카타파 하하하 똑똑해져야 되는 미래를 위해 난 노래하고 춤추는 기계 내 모든 감정은 오로지 음악 위에만 존재해 슬프지만 사랑도 내 꿈을 채우지 못해 그저 멀리서만 바라보는 고백 고된 하루의 끝에 네가 생각날 텐데
똑같은 daylight 길을 잃어 헤매이네 Oh somebody help me Oh somebody help me
So, long-time listeners will know, Steven and I, we are not fans of Gary's rapping style.
Yeah, love Gary the person. He's amazing in Running Man.
But not the rapping style.
Yeah. He raps in a very specific way. It's always the same, no matter what the song backing track is.
Yeah. I think the reason why we don't like Gary as much as other people is that when he raps, he doesn't rap to the song.
Yeah.
He's just rapping.
It's like he'll just like call up the producer and be like, "Hey, what's the BPM to this song?" Right? He gets the BPM and then he knows how fast he needs to rap, but he doesn't need to know anything else. He doesn't need to know the melody of the thing. He doesn't need to know what any boobity boobs going on.
No.
He just does his job. He
disregards the music and he only raps to the beat. And that's the reason why Steven and I don't really like him.
A lot of people do like Gary's stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so this song is the OST song for Entertainer, a newish drama that just came out. Mm-hmm. And this song has this kind of very Latin...
Strange. Yeah, kind of like it's like kind of a rumba or like a merengue. Like,
yeah, I don't know what it is. But like you can, when you're listening, you can picture two people kind of like dancing with each other.
Yeah.
And Gary has his rapping style. But, kind of in some songs, he raps for a very long time. Like for a full, 45 seconds, he's just going at it, right? Yeah. And in this song, it kind of chops it up a little bit.
Yeah, they break it up very well.
Yeah. Like he doesn't rap too long that I get kind of tired of it because it doesn't change. It doesn't have any intonations. It doesn't have any
it doesn't have any ups and downs. Doesn't have any catchy ways that he says things.
Yeah. And then Miwoo comes in and oh my lord and lord.
She saves the song.
Her voice matches so well to this type of song.
Yeah.
And it just makes the song.
It really does make the song. Like if you're not a fan of Gary like us and you're like, Gary, what? And you're like, OST, what? Like, give the song a listen just for Miwoo. She sings very well.
And it doesn't sound like a normal generic OST song.
No,
it really doesn't.
No. It's, I don't think I've ever heard an OST song sound like this.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I picked it.
Yeah. And if you like Gary, you fucking eat this shit up.
Yeah, you eat it up like ice cream.
And if you watch the drama,
you eat this up like ice cream.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go to the last song of this podcast, and that is my pick. It's by Niihwa with his song Gravity.
Gravity 너나 사이의 비밀이 마주친 순간 느낌이 너의 입술이 여기에서 Gravity 쌤이 내가 왜 이러지 눈을 감아 yeah 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 baby Oh no long tonight girl you're my baby yeah you're my gravity tonight 아무런 말 없어도 돼 널 바라보고만 싶어 You just say yes oh yeah 나를 모르게 걸려 이리 와 내게 안겨줘 oh yeah 이미란 이상한 감정이 뒤섞여 있어 너와 나 You and I 내게 close to me She's a gravity Gravity, gravity, she's a gravity, she's my gravity.
So Niihwa, a lot of people don't know who he is, but he had a song called Say Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Say Yes, which
Great
Steven
song.
and I really liked. And this song is baby making music song.
Yeah. Babylon's is like more upbeat baby making music.
But this is like it's a I would describe it as a slow fuck.
It is a slow fuck.
Yeah, like
like
it is the
you can see the
cry.
body wave like in slow motion kind of.
It is like
In and out, but slowly.
It's so slow, and it starts out great, and you're like, okay, all right, I know what I'm getting into, but it never really like picks up.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, a problem with this song. Like, it's great, but if you're hearing the same kind of style and you know, like kind of melody, it really kind of throws you off.
Like, it really does sound like he had a great minute and a half and then copy pasted 2 times.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't really even change it up. He didn't really even like go hard in the third act, right? He just kind of, he's just a slow jammer, man.
Yeah. Because usually, I mean, in R&B songs, they kind of chop it up to like maybe 3 or 4 parts.
Yeah.
It's like a slow part, which is like probably a verse, right? And then they'll have like the chorus and a verse. And then like the last part will be like the chorus, but on like steroids, right? And this doesn't really have that chorus that's on steroids, and it doesn't really like kind of ever really pick up.
Yeah.
But I do have to say he does hit some really, really good high notes that sound really like crisp.
Yeah.
And really clean. And I'm pretty sure that it's been auto-tuned.
Like a little bit.
Yeah, but I can't tell. I'm just guessing because it just sounds so
on the nose.
On the nose, with the note. And I mean, it's falsetto, and so falsetto gets a little bit tricky because if you're not a really strong falsetto singer, if you haven't really practiced singing falsetto a lot, it can get kind of like pitchy, and it doesn't sound pitchy at all.
Yeah. Like I still like I hear this song and I'm like, damn, his voice is good.
Yeah.
Like, damn, this is great. But because it's so slow and it's so non-evolving, that I just want to just listen to Say Yes. Like, I might as well just listen to Say Yes, because in Say Yes, he still has the same great voice. He still hits the high notes with a little bit auto-tune as well, but it's more upbeat and it's more like fun. Yeah. But I mean, I'm down with the gravity, and I'm down with it, you know? Yeah. I'm not going to have sex to it, right?
But if you wanted to have sex.
No, because you would never, like, finish. You'd just be, like, in forever, like...
Yeah, if you want to have sex for, like, 30 minutes straight, This is play it 10 times.
Like, I would rather go with a Babylon because that Doki part will take your mind off things.
It's like thinking about your grandma.
Yeah, you just reset. Yeah, you're like, oh, Doki, stop it.
Doki.
So then you can restart after the Doki part. But yeah, I think that'll be it for the very, very lopsided episode number 90.
Yep.
We're 10 away from 100. If we can get to $400 on Patreon, that 100 will happen for sure. But the last time we counted, if I do go home when I should go home,
gonna be like
we're going to end on 99. So to get us to 100, donate if you can on Patreon or PayPal. Links, of course, are in all the descriptions below. There's 2 weeks left. May 15th is kind of where we're calling it. So we'll see you guys in the after show next week. And then after that, episode 91, which will be the do or die for the monies.
Yeah.
So, until next time.
Bye.
Say yes.